in an idyllic village with something interesting behind me that we're going to be going into in a moment. And first, I want to show you what's in front of me. So this church is originally documented, the first version of it from 1497, around the time when Christopher Columbus discovered America, right? In 1497, I think it was. And this church is the, let's see here, a Catholic church. I can't, it's in Italian, but it's a Catholic church of this village of Cauco, and you can see that here. And over here, we have what probably was where the priests lived. You can see the frescoes on the walls and the water, the running water. And over here is what was called an ossuary. And I mentioned this in my first Excavate Switzerland series, and it's in Italian, but it's basically saying like, rise you dead, you know, you're gonna come to judgment. And what's really interesting about an ossuary, there's one in our Vigo where I'm staying where there actually has bones in it. But what happened in these Alpine villages was that they would dig up the bodies, and probably is where here where they put the bones. If that was open, I can almost guarantee you that it would be filled with skulls and bones. So what this was the reminder of to the living was, number one, to pray for the dead. Number two, that judgment day will be coming. So beware of your sins. And, you know, not very friendly, in my opinion. Which it wasn't meant to be, right? The Catholicism. Here we can see even a chain, I don't know. Here's somebody in like purgatory. You can see his mouth and the chains on him. Here's someone, there's the cross, but it's all about like being judged, judgment day, and becoming aware of the fact that you're going to die, and to pray for the people who are dead and beware of your sins. So it's, you know, as one who was raised in Catholicism and raised with this belief in purgatory, I've come personally to another whole relationship with Christianity, and which is not the topic of this one, let's just say that. Caused a lot of pain for a lot of people, I can tell you that, in having done Excavate London and Excavate Pompeii, and now starting videos in Excavate Switzerland that really related to, it's what prompted me to start Excavate Switzerland was the fact that I found out there were women who were, this region of Italian Switzerland was heavily, for 500 years, women who were persecuted for being witches were burned, beheaded, murdered, etc. So that's what it was like. Oh my God! And you look at this village. I mean, look idyllic. Like, it's beautiful, and there's hiking, and there's beautiful mountains, and there's really, you wouldn't know on a postcard that this is where witches and women were tortured. 80 to 90% of the women who were blamed for being witches. Like, I even did AI looking for women looking for, like, now that I found out about it in a book. My friend yesterday was like, you know, this region was heavily influenced by persecutions of witches, and she had lived and grown up in this region and didn't even know that. So that's the importance of Excavate, is to really start seeing that yes, this took place. And just in the newsletter by the Vatican in July, there was commentary from someone who talked about misogyny and how there are still like witch hunts in Ghana, and it's still going on. And so I would love for the Catholic Church to apologize for all of the women and the men who were murdered who they killed, and how they were involved in devil worship and all these things that particularly women were persecuted for. Really terrible. And anyway, all right, well, I'm going to close the door again to this ossuary, and I'll see if I can film one for you next in Arvego, the village that's about 10 minutes from here, where I'm staying with my friend, where I was shocked to see there's actually skulls in it. All right, and the reason for the skulls, I'll explain that in the next video, number 3. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.